Hi everybody and welcome to another video on my channel. So in this video we're just going to cover what it means to commit to your golf shot. So something I see time and time again in playing lessons or here on the lesson tees, players failing to commit to their shots through control, trying to control the shot, or through fear of the ball going where they don't want it to go, or an outcome occurring that they don't want. So what does commitment mean? Well, first of all, is we are swinging the golf club. So if I turn this club upside down and I try to create a real loud whip sound, like so, there's essentially no control or no thought about where the tip of this club is going or the butt of this club is going. So one more time. And if I was doing this, I'd learn pretty quickly that it's requiring a lot of energy to stall that club and stop it. So creating a full free range of motion out of the way of that is essentially going to help me generate more speed and keep things loose and flowing through the ball. I tend to see a lot of players, and they're totally unaware of this until we get it on the camera, where their swing profile or speed profile kind of looks like this. So that was really fast back, slow on the way through, and actually they're unaware of the fact that their weight still sits back on this trail foot, and their arms kind of finish here, and they're almost consciously trying to stop that through swing going to a full position through a fear of loss of control. So again, we ultimately want that freedom that is going to help us control the club or have more control of the club. I always use the quote from Bruce Lee of lose control to gain control. In an attempt to control your golf club, you are in effect stopping all those natural forces on the club, and you are therefore losing control of the club face and your strike. So I get players to try and focus on the freedom of the swing first of all, whether that is through some step drills, which you've maybe all seen before on videos, and then I get players just trying to focus on hitting a tee, so putting a tee down there and just focusing on clipping the tee, and actually then focusing on creating a full rotation and extension out of the way, and then we just check that finish position. So the first thing for you to remember there is we are not trying to control our strike. We are focusing on moving through to a position after our strike here. So if you can just start to concern yourselves more on where you're trying to get to in your golf swing, the ball hopefully will get in the way. I believe it was Colin Montgomery that said that he doesn't try to focus on the ball. He gets golfers to say the ball accidentally gets hit in the motion of the swing, so it gets in the way. So if we just focus purely on that, sometimes tricking students to think that this is just a blade of grass or a piece of popcorn, the ball. And I clearly said to myself that the hip is just going to start to turn, the chest is going to start to rotate, and I'm going to get to that high balance finish, and I'm going to avoid trying to control what this club is doing. So one more time. So again, there's freedom in that. I didn't put the brakes on, I didn't tighten up. When we're out on the golf course in playing lessons, the common pattern is that players see all the danger, therefore they're in a state of fear. They go into their swing thinking of the fear and trying to avoid hitting it to where they are fearing, and then they fail to put a committed swing on, so they guide their shot in an attempt to gain control, and then the outcome is they hit it into the feared spot anyway. So the question is why didn't you just commit in the first place? Because then you feel a little bit better about yourself. You have committed to your golf shot and you have not been overtaken by that external situation going on out on the fairway or around the green. So commitment is number one. You see the top players time and time again smashing shots in and out, heading out of bounds. Dustin Johnson will just drop another ball and not let it take up any negative energy in his mind. So focusing on staying committed. If that means you use a tactic of focusing on the above the horizon line, on the trees in the distance, so I'm taking my mind away from the actual fairway and I'm looking at the trees in the distance, and I'm imagining I'm just whacking a ball straight into the middle of the ocean. That's going to help me get that freedom to my swing and overall keep that tension away from my golf swing. So hope that makes sense. Hope that's opened your eyes a little bit there. If it's something you've not thought of before, then please leave some comments in the comment section below. And if you've enjoyed this video, found it useful, then please like and subscribe. Thank you.